What is that thing?
It's a moose.
Where's its antler?
It doesn't have any.
It looks like a camel. Maybe it came down to get some food.
It's beautiful.
It's pink. My gosh.
I was old, I was young, I was sitting in the sun. I was tired of the run, I was done. Life was great, life was hard, in a way an awful card. You can't win the losing hand. But the rain stopped falling and the line on the floor was crossed, and the pain I'd been feeling washed away to return another day. I was cold, I was bold, I had fragmented my soul into pieces contradicting themselves. Perhaps it is, as it is, how the world is the mess, means that every heart and soul needs to be whole. And the road signs keep changing as the road stretches out ahead, and the mood keeps on changing. All I wanna do is lie down in bed. How are you? Are you blue? I can sense a sadness in you. Don't you worry, every storm passes on.
Every day here at Red Poppy Ranch is an adventure of sorts. It's a constant opportunity to deal with uncertainty, and most days I have a very literal choice on how I'm going to react to the things that are out of my control, when most days just flat don't go as planned. And every once in a while, if I pick my head up and pay attention to what's going on around me, I have the opportunity to see God's hand at work. The beauty surrounding our home in these mountains seems to manifest itself in between moments of chaos. And the scariest part of these beautiful moments is they can be very easily missed because I'm too focused on whatever happens to be right in front of me. When I hit a tree limb while plowing snow that happened to smack the passenger side window in just the right way that caused it to break out, of course I was upset and disappointed. And when I stopped the plow truck, turned it off, opened my door, and stood up to shake the glass off me, I noticed one of the most beautiful sunsets that I'd seen in quite some time. It seems that this is how our life works, and probably yours as well.
This video is just about me and Reed. And today we're just gonna be sledding and maybe snowboarding. And my dad, he's plowing the road, and he did the driveway so we could slide down. Okay, go! Taking a break. Bandit! Hey, puppy! Hi! I did it! Is that scary? No, it wasn't. I did it! I did it! That took you 15 minutes! Okay. Okay, go. Bye, everyone! Bye! It was really fun. Yeah. And cold. And scary.
Okay, we have one room left to do. The pantry is basically all that's left as far as the flooring's concerned.
Well, if we have enough left, then we're going to do the utility room and under the stairs.
Yeah,
So,
I
We don't know how much we have left.
it's going to be close. I would love to do the utility room. I'm not crazy about moving everything out from under the stairs, and again,
Not today, at least.
and that's not a room that gets gone into very often. But anyway, part of the issue is just moving everything out of the room. And then,
One of the joys of living in construction again.
yeah, it'll take us probably less time to do the flooring and trim work than it will to move everything out. But either way,
Yeah.
we got to do it, so we're going to get it done.
All right.
I had the thought that I would hand a GoPro camera off to Reed and Callie and let them pick and choose what they wanted to show you. I thought they did a wonderful job. I should probably do this more often with the kids. In our situation, life truly seems to be a whole lot of ups and downs, followed by opportunities to sit back and enjoy just how far we've made it. But one of the things that I struggle with is simply slowing down and taking time to enjoy this life that we've created. Right here, back door. You want my shop vac?
Would you like the Christmas decorations?
In my mind, there's always something that needs to be done. There's always a challenge in front of me that I need to get on top of. And there's always something that could be improved to better our situation. At least this is what I tell myself. Now, this is probably part of the reason we've been able to get as far as we've gotten. But the unfortunate side of the way my brain works is it is hard for me to slow down, have a seat on the front porch, and just enjoy the sunset. Now, lucky for me, Cedar is great at slowing down and taking note of the beauty all around us. The other day, Cedar pointed out how much snow had accumulated on my truck, and she made it known that I hadn't started my truck or left the ranch in over 5 days. This didn't bother me at all. As a matter of fact, I like it this way. There's part of me that wonders just how long I could go functioning up here before I had to go to town to pick something up. And I don't think I've gone any longer than maybe 4 or 5 days. No, that I can't stay. But living in nature the way that we do, it has become normal. Now, this doesn't mean that I don't recognize how fortunate and blessed that we are, and that I don't truly appreciate the miracles that are happening around us. But the last time that I can remember thinking to myself how incredibly beautiful our surroundings are was when Cedar and I went down to Arizona for a week, and as we made the final drive home, and I realized how different the landscape is compared to what I'd been looking at back in Arizona, I then realized just how awesome it is to live where we live. But living where we live comes with challenges. After having a heavy snowstorm come in and put down probably over 15 inches of snow. I ran the plow truck up and down the road for nearly 4 hours before I felt the road was good enough and safe enough for those that use it on a daily basis to use it in a safe way. We've definitely gotten more than 15 inches of snow at one time, but the reason plowing on this particular day felt different was because I hadn't plowed the previous snow from the previous snowstorms from the week before. We've had so little snow this year that every time we get 3 or 4 inches, oftentimes we just leave it. Because frankly, it's easier to plow against a base layer of snow than it is to plow against the mud and the gravel. So we typically leave the 3 or 4 inches that's on the ground and drive on it until we have a storm like this that actually requires that I get out and make the road safe to be used. Again, it seems there's something unknown always around the corner with our lifestyle, but this is probably why I love it so much. The longer we live here, the more we realize just how important it is to have the right tools and equipment to deal with these challenges as they come along. Having an excavator and or a skid steer and or a backhoe for that matter, while all of these things are fun to use and have around, at the end of the day, they're also tools. And they're tools that can help us in the worst case scenarios. I finally picked up a couple of old beater snow machines to have around here for a lot of reasons, but also because in a worst case scenario, they may be very needed. While everything else is going on in our life, we're still trying to knock out some of these projects that Cedar and I both are itching to get done so we can move on to bigger and better things. tearing the pantry apart so we can put the LVP flooring down in the pantry was a hot mess, but I knew that this was an opportunity for Cedar to go through things and organize it, as she always does, as we get more and more settled in our house. It took me less than an hour to lay down all of the luxury vinyl plank flooring in the pantry, and then about another 45 minutes to do the trim that I never did in the pantry. But I would guess putting the pantry back together, especially Cedar putting the pantry back together the way that she wanted it, probably took close to 3 hours. But the job is done now and she's happy with it, and ultimately, that's all that matters. The next big project in my way is not necessarily a huge project, but it's a matter of me deciding just how we're going to do it, and that is the stair rail up the stairs. By code, this is required. So not only do I have to do the stair rail to specs, but it also needs to look good. On this coming Sunday's video, I will hopefully have the stair rail figured out.